Alright, my main project for this session is a record cutter, which the idea is to engrave MP3 files onto CDs or other similar plastic discs. And this component right here, which is the first and main component of the record cutter, is the cutting head. And the concept behind this is to transmit vibrations from a speaker, or two speakers in this case for stereo, onto a cutting head. The main components are the removable stylus right here, which is a record cutting stylus, and the connecting rods here. So the idea is when one of the two stereo speakers makes a movement, I'm going to exaggerate it with my hands here, but it moves side to side or up and down, which engraves microscopic variances into the groove that this needle cuts on the spinning record as it moves across the spinning disc at a certain rate. My first attempt at the cutting head, I was holding it with my hands and holding it at an angle, about a 55-degree angle, and moving it across by hand. And I was able to reproduce on the record when I put the needle down onto the CD. I don't know if you can see the grooves, but I was able to reproduce a few seconds of recognizable, audible music, which is in the video attached. And so that was the first milestone, and I'd say it was a success because I was able to reproduce stereo music. Now, a couple problems that I ran into. First of all, I had difficulty discerning treble frequencies when playing back the CD. And the reason is because treble frequencies are cut into the CD a lot less violently, I suppose, and the excess weight of this cutting head would cut the main groove and basically cut over the treble frequencies because they were such minuscule variances from the groove that was simply cut by the weight of the cutting head. The bass frequencies move the speakers more dramatically, which hence cuts deeper and more noticeable grooves, micro grooves inside of the main grooves. So my solution to that problem is to scale down this cutting head by purchasing smaller speakers and making this 90-degree part out of a thinner, lighter material such as aluminum. And because I don't need 5-watt speakers to record onto the record, because it doesn't matter how loud or good sounding the sound is coming from the speakers, it's designed to create a copy of the vibrations that go through the speakers and cut it onto the CD versus reproducing good sound. The object is not to move the air like the cones on a speaker do, but it's to register the raw vibrations and motions of the speaker, to which a record needle can pick up and reproduce. So, a quick demonstration of the cutting head. And this is at medium volume and is similar to what would be heard when I was recording this. We're good.